games because we have Everett Silvertips tomorrow night taking on the Seattle Thunderbirds, a home game as they're coming off the Christmas break. 7:05 pregame, 7:35 face-off from Comcast Arena. The Everett Silvertips and the Seattle Thunderbirds tomorrow night right here on Fox Sports 1380. They flip the script on Saturday night down at Showware Center in Kent, and then the Silvertips home again on New Year's Eve to take on the Victoria Royals. Here we go. Monroe down by a 6-point margin, 34-28. They control to start this fourth and final quarter. Ferreira dribbles to the top of the key, then finds an open three ball on the way by Jordan Turner. It's going to be no good. Rebound grabbed by Liberty. Boy, they are just bringing down the rebounds.
Yeah, they are. Well, Monroe shooting so poorly in the third quarter. They were just 3 for 16 from the field.
Sierra Carlson deep in the left-hand corner. Now out for a three ball on the way. Boy, that would just be a dagger if it had gone. It's going to be no good by Applegate. Rebound was grabbed down there by Alicia Abraham. She got fouled from behind, and she will go to the free throw line for the Patriots. And they'll call this one on Kylie Ferreira, the 5'3" junior. Picks up the foul, her first personal foul, the 5th team foul.
Liberty just 3 for 12 in the quarter, but Monroe 3 for 16. So neither team shooting well, but that is a product of excellent defense being played by both ball clubs.
Inbounds now for Liberty. It goes to Grantberg, back out for a 2, just inside the stripe at the deep in the left-hand corner by Alicia Abraham and controlled by Monroe. Bearcats out of backcourt, here they come. Up the floor, Miller out to the top of the key, left-hand side now. It goes for a 3 by Kylie Ferreira. Just about the right time, she always puts one in.
Yeah, it just always seems like Liberty's on the cusp of pulling this thing out, and then they hit a key 3, and Ferreira is hit 4 3-pointers in this ballgame.
And they've all been clutch, and they've all, I think, pulled Monroe back to within 3 points where they are now at 34-31. Liberty now with the basketball. On top of the key is Ashlyn Applegate, 8 on the shot clock. Looking to back down, she does. Spin move, back out, 4 on the shot clock. Right side, back to Applegate again. Looks at the shot, puts it up off balance. It's an air ball anyway. So it's going to be grabbed by Monroe. Bearcats out of backcourt. So they used all 30 and did not get a quality shot off. Now here's Deidre Miller going through the lane. Hip-hop move there. She's going to get fouled on the way to the hoop, and she will have free throws coming up here for the Monroe Bearcats.
All right, Monroe just 3 points down, and I've just been very impressed with just their poise and tenacity. They have not been shooting the ball well, but they are a very scrappy ball club and not giving up.
First free throw is good for Deidre Miller. Ashlyn Applegate picked up the foul, her second personal foul, and the 3rd team foul. So another one coming up here for Miller. With 6:27 to go in the game, it's now I thought it should be 2 points now. Wasn't it 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're off 1.
Yep.
So, because it was 3 points, so 34-33 right now. Now they just corrected it on the scoreboard. I even got the math right on that one. Here's a bad, decision, we'll say, by Carlson going in through a bunch of traffic, stolen by Monroe. Here's a chance for a lead, but it's an air ball, but Miller grabs it. As they go back to the top of the key, open 3 on the way. Too hard, no good from the back of the iron by Jordan Turner. Back up is going to be no good this time by Hannah Drivstuen. Back up, no good, and a foul called. Drifstuen had a miss. Amber Van Brunt got fouled, and she will go to the free throw line, a chance to give Monroe the lead in this ball game.
And earlier in the second half, Liberty really dominating on the boards, but Monroe that time 3 opportunities and finally drawing the foul, so really hitting the offensive boards on that series.
Avery Grandberg picks up the foul. First personal foul. First free throw, 4th team foul. First free throw is good for Amber Van Brunt. That ties us at 34. We were tied early in the ball game at 2-2. We've had 2 lead changes. Monroe had as much as a 1-point lead, and they have that again. As Monroe has retaken the lead, they've been down by as many as 9, but just kept inching back and inching back. Here's Carlson. She stops, puts it up. Ball's going to be stripped away from her. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball is going to be called. Alternating possession. Stays in the possession of the Liberty Patriots.
Now, Carlson's getting frustrated. She's a leading scorer. She hasn't shot well today, and she's just trying to do too much. And she just needs to calm down and distribute the ball, and realize that it's an off day shooting.
Nice job defensively on that last possession there by Jordan Turner. Here's a near travel. Instead, it's going to be a turnover anyway. Up the floor, here comes Monroe going in. Off-balance lay. I'm not sure if that's the shot they want. Jordan Turner put it up in traffic. I think she was looking to get the foul called, and that didn't happen either, but the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Liberty. It'll be Monroe basketball. Underneath their own hoop with a fresh 30 on the shot clock, 5:39 to go in the game. Out to the top of the key they go. Bearcats with it in their home white uniforms trimmed in orange and black. Moving to our left. Jordan Turner out between the circles. Looks right, goes to the left. Now dribbles in, finds a little crease, goes in, lay it good!
Wow, left hand.
She found that little seam right down. It was just like going down Broadway and put it up and in, and that is Monroe's biggest lead of the game. Now they're putting up a little bit of full court pressure here. It's 37-34 Bearcats, 5:13 to go in the basketball game. Out on top of the key as they swing it around to the top of the key as they work the right side. Carlson has it for the Patriots. Looking for a feed down low. They get it. Turnaround jumper no good by Rebecca Campbell. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Monroe. So Liberty keeps it with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
But Monroe's really toughened up their defense on the posts. And they're just, Issaquah having trouble getting the ball inside.
Ball went out of bounds, so it'll still be in the possession of the Liberty Patriots. It was 34-28 Liberty. It's now 37-34 for Monroe. So here's a foul on the inbounds here, and they're going to call this one on Amber Van Brunt, the 6-foot junior.
So a 9-point run for Monroe right now.
I was still trying to figure it out, figure out the math.
Thank you very much.
Hans showed it to me, and I couldn't do the math. Here's the shot on the way. Air ball, no good. Ball went out of bounds as Avery Granberg shot that one. Here's Monroe now up by 3 and a chance to increase that lead. They've got their biggest lead of the game. Full court pressure by Liberty. That'll bring Curtis Terry off the bench. He's going to put a couple of different players out there, try to mix and match to try to find the magic back again. With 4:37 to go in the fourth and final quarter. Right wing it goes to Jordan Turner. To the top of the key again. They look for the entry pass down low to Van Brunt. Fouled on the way up. That's what they've been working for, Bill, to get it down to Amber Van Brunt, and then she will have to go to the free throw line again.
And she's 5 for 6 from the line so far, so if Monroe is in good stead when she's at the line.
So Amber Van Brunt at the line for the Bearcats. First one on the way. It's up, and it is no good. The foul was whistled on Avery Granberg, her second personal foul, and the 5th team foul. And she will go to the bench.
What?
Also going to the bench there for the Patriots is Danielle Demps. Next free throw on the way here for Amber Van Brunt. It's on the way. It's up, and it is good. 38-34, biggest lead of the game for Monroe, up by 4 points. And then stepping over the line on the way in, can't do it. Liberty commits the turnover. That, your unforced error. Monroe will get it back. Fresh 30 on the shot clock.
That's 22 turnovers for Liberty after only having 2 in the first quarter. The Monroe defense is really frustrating them, and now Monroe draws the foul and go back to the line.
Deidre Miller got it on the inbounds, was going to go up and shoot, and she got fouled by Alicia Abraham, her second personal foul. And the 6th team foul. Both teams at 6 team fouls, so bonus time the rest of the way. First free throw is good. That's a 5-point lead now for the Monroe Bearcats.
And 11 unanswered points.
Will there be a dozen? Yep. That's a 6-point lead, 12 unanswered points, 40-34 the score. And here's a steal. It's going to be stolen away there by Jordan Turner, and then stolen right back, and then stolen right back. The turnovers are, okay, now we're getting a little bit ridiculous. As they work, the stat guys are wearing out their pencils and their computer mouses. Or mice. Down low it goes. Turnaround jumper. No, they in fact kicked it back out for a shot on the way. Good for 3 from Alex Alexander. Deidre Miller passed up a shot. Got it out to Alexander. Timeout on the floor called by the Liberty Patriots with 4:01 to play in the basketball game. It's a 9-point lead. We've had an 18-point swing. It's 43-34. Monroe leading Liberty, Snohomish County Western Conference basketball on Fox Sports.
Great run from Monroe, but they still have 4 minutes.
Lots of time, so half a quarter to go with 4:01 to play in the basketball game, 43-34. And, Monroe was Monroe was going to go with the power play at 5-on-4, but then instead they will go with even strength both ways. Here we go, Liberty basketball. Sarah Carlson brings it out of backcourt. Brings it to the right-hand side to Granberg. Boy looked at the three, didn't take it. Dribbles at the top of the key. They work the perimeter over the left-hand side to Alicia Abraham. Abraham ball high overhead. 13 on the shot clock. In the corner to Granberg. Dribble drive along the baseline. Kicks it over to the right-hand side. Open for a 15-footer. It's going to be no good by Campbell. Kept alive by Liberty. Knocked out of bounds by Granberg. Turn it right back over to the Monroe Bearcats. Not really a turnover off the rebound, but works that way. It'll be Monroe basketball.
You can tell what Coach Terry had to say for Liberty is just start running the offense again, and they did a great job running the offense. They got a good look. They just could not put the ball in the hoop.
Double team there. That means somebody's got to be open, and that means it's going to be over to the right-hand side. It's going to be a ball out of bounds. Alexander Xander says, hey, I'm open. If somebody's double teamed, somebody's open, and she was, but she couldn't handle the pass, and the ball went out of bounds. It'll be Liberty basketball down by 9, 34-33, 3:22 to play in the game. Sarah Carlson between the circles. Goes on the left-hand side now on the dribble. They're going to call a pushing foul. Away from the basketball, an offensive foul, and they're going to call Granberg for the foul. No, excuse me, Carlson. Carlson's going to be called. She's just been kind of frustrated here in the last about 10 minutes.
Yeah, looks like she's the type of player, if she can't get her offense going, she just gets really frustrated. And when things are not going for you offensively, you have to find other things to do, passing the ball, playing defense, rebounding, whatever it takes. And she has been unable to do that.
Ball is knocked out of bounds, and a foul actually is going to be called here off the inbounds, and more free throws coming up here for the Bearcats. This one will be on Avery Granberg. That's her third personal foul, and the 8th team foul. So free throws here for Jordan Turner for the Bearcats. Jordan Turner, the second leading scorer at 9.5 points per ball game for Monroe. First one is up, and it is good.
They are so balanced, though.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. They'll have about 6 or 7 kids with 6 or 8 points.
Turner's next free throw is good, and she's got 7 points in the ball game. The lead is 11 points, biggest lead of the game for the Monroe Bearcats. It's all come here in this fourth quarter. Over the left-hand side, and Liberty is yet to dent the scoreboard until right there. It's going to be Alicia Abraham with the 2-ball or 3-ball that went in, up, and good. That's the first time they've scored in a long, long time. Well, here in this fourth quarter, we're at 2:51 to play. Now full court pressure, but Monroe goes down and puts in a shot. Answering on the other end is Lauren Moore, the 5'10 junior. Quickly up the floor comes Liberty. Backing in, looking for a shot was Applegate. She got kind of popped in the schnoz, I think. Turnaround, it's going to be an air ball by Carlson, and the ball went out of bounds. It looked like Applegate kind of took one in the chops because she kind of turned around and was kind of wincing in pain. And meanwhile, Carlson threw up an air ball. And so it'll be Monroe basketball after the turnover on the bad shot there. 47-37, 2.5 minutes to go. And a timeout called by, boy, it was almost a Mike Tomlin situation there with Matt Shelfand standing on the side. Minute 21 in the third quarter is the last time Liberty had scored until that last 3-ball. So Good job defensively by the Monroe Bearcats. 2:28 to play in the game. Both teams break away from their head coaches. Matt Chalfant of the Monroe Bearcats, Curtis Terry, 4 years at UNLV at Liberty, and they will inbounds. Inbounds comes, double teamed out top of the key is Jordan Turner, looking for a pass down low, saved by Sancher, as they'll just kind of work a little four corner here to take some time off the clock. We're down to 2:15 to go, 13 of the shot clock. Back out to the top of the key to Jordan Turner. Left hand corner is Sancher again. So work it again, down to 6 in the shot clock. Over to the right hand side, looking for Deidre Miller. Ball's going to be tied up. No, it's going to be a takeaway by Liberty. And they were laying on the floor. They didn't call a tie-up. They didn't call a jump ball. Ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Liberty. It should be Monroe basketball.
Yeah, well.
Isn't that right?
I don't know. I think Monroe could have been called for the foul on the ground, too, so it's sort of evened out, but it was kind of a weird call.
2 minutes to play, 28 seconds on the falling down, and then she traveled with the basketball, but no call there was Alicia Abraham, fell down of her own volition. Now there's a tie-up. It's a rugby scrum at the middle of the floor. Everybody's still on the floor, bodies and arms akimbo, and it'll finally be picked up by Monroe. And what's going to be called? Out of that mess, finally Dan Taylor says that's enough. We're going to call a foul on Ashlyn Applegate of Liberty. That's her third personal foul, and the 9th team foul.
You were asking about Christmas at the Clark Kusler household. That's kind of what it looked like right there.
People all over the ground and
flying everywhere.
Here's Amber Van Brunt. First free throw is going to be no good. That's all she'll get. They're going to call an over-the-back foul on Deidre Miller, trying to grab that rebound with 1:44 to go in the game. A 10-point lead for the Bearcats. Not quite everything put away yet here for Monroe. The foul is whistled again on Miller, her second personal foul. 7th team foul, so bonus time now for Liberty's Ashlyn Applegate at the free throw line. First one misses it, no good. Miller grabs the rebound for the Bearcats. Liberty of Issaquah will have to foul here as they're bringing it out of backcourt. Easily they get into front court. Miller stops, puts it up from 12, goes 14 feet, but the offside rebound taken down by Amber Van Brunt. Saved from going out of bounds again to Miller. Bounce pass right-hand side to Jordan Turner. 10 on the shot clock. Nearly stolen, but taken back by Monroe. 8 on the shot clock. Go left-hand corner. Forcing a shot up, no good is Amber Van Brunt. She gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line. They used about 24 of the shot clock.
You know, one thing that Monroe has really shown is they have a lot of people that can handle the basketball. Both their bigs and their guards really handle the ball well, and so they are able to just move the ball around from side to side and eat up that shot clock.
First free throw is going to be no good here for Amber Van Brunt. The foul had been whistled on Alicia Abraham. That's her third personal foul. 10th team foul. So double bonus here. First one was a miss. Second one is a make for Amber Van Brunt. 48-37. The lead is 11 points. Equals Monroe's biggest lead of the ball game. Clock is moving with 1:10 to play. Carlson back across the timeline. Tough defense here by Monroe. Carlson still has it. No really sense of urgency, but here's a 3-ball. Rims off, no good. From high on top of the key, Alicia Abraham misses, and fouls called. As grabbing the rebound there was Jordan Turner, and they're going to call a foul on that same Alicia Abraham. The 5'8 senior for Liberty picks up the foul. That's her fourth personal foul. And free throws here for Jordan Turner.
We're talking about the player of the game. That's going to be a tough decision because Monroe has shown so much balance here, and everybody contributing from starters to bench players. I'm going to give my vote to Kylie Ferreira.
Me too.
Because of the fact that when they needed it, when it looked like they were going to let this game slip away, she always was able to find a three.
Yep, she found a three that stemmed the tide at least 3 times, if not 4 times. Next free throw is good. The lead is 12 at 49-37. Ball's going to be stolen away. Grabbed by Monroe going in. Going to be an easy lay-in up from the left-hand side. Up and good for Chelsea Sancher. 51-37, 14-point lead for the Monroe Bearcats. Can you believe it? It was a 9-point lead for Liberty, but never could get it into double figures. Now Sierra Carlson out between the circles. will dribble drive left-hand side, fouled on the way in with 31 seconds to play in the game. And free throws coming up here for Liberty. As here, Carlson, the 5'3 senior, will pick up free throws here as the foul whistled on Jordan Turner, her 4th personal foul and the 8th team foul. Free throw up and no good by Carlson. And Monroe will get it. And they're just about even on the game clock and the shot clock, so they can kind of dribble it out and use up the rest of the time. In fact, just about dead even between the shot clock and the game clock. As they'll work it, Liberty not looking like they're going to take a bunch of fouls here, so they're just going to pass it around. Miller has it down to 6, down to 5, 4. And we're going to talk to our player of the game coming up here in just a couple of minutes as the time will expire, and that will be it. And